Hello viewers, this is the Chrysler 2015 Town & Country Touring Plus. That's my wife's vehicle. It's a nice minivan. Purchased it 4 years ago for her and just recently came home with a ticking noise in the engine. Took it up to the dealer and got it diagnosed, and they told me that the rockers or lifters is bad in the engine. They gave me a quote of $5,000. I used to work for the car dealers many years ago, so I decided that I'm going to do it myself. I know it's going to be a lengthy video here, so I may have to do it in segments. And I can tell it's the upper end of the engine. This is the left side. It's a transverse engine, meaning that the engine is crossway. So if this engine were to be this way, you would have to consider this is the left side, and on this side would be the right side of the engine. And I can tell it's on this side of the engine based on the diagnosis of what the dealer says. So it's going to be a lengthy part of this video, so I have to break it up in segments. So if you guys want to see how I get it done, just follow along with me. I'm going to show you step by step how it's done, and maybe somebody will learn how to get it done. $5,000, that's a lot of money to spend on this vehicle when I can do it myself. I can get it done for approximately $400 included parts and my labor. I went up to AutoZone and I checked the parts out. The set of lifters and rockers is going to run me approximately $188, and the rest is going to be in my labor. So I'm going to get it done. So follow along with me, guys, and I'll show you how to get it done. The first step I'm going to do, guys, is safety. I'm going to turn the car off, and then I'm going to disconnect my battery to prevent any kind of electrical shorts. That's very important. And then this is the cover. It's a dust cover to prevent dust all over your inside of the engine area externally. This has to come off, and then underneath there is a lot of wire harnesses to all your sensors. So I'm going to start with that next after disconnecting my battery and my dust cover. And then you got to disconnect the air filter hose here. This is where the air enters from the external to your filter and goes inside your throttle body here. And there's some sensors here called the mass flow sensor attached to the throttle body here. All those stuff got to be disconnected. So it's going to be a process, but I'll take you guys step by step if you just go with me segment by segment. Okay guys, beginning the process by disconnecting my negative post on my battery here by using a 10mm wrench. Disconnect it and get it out of the way. Next, we're going to remove your dust cover here. The dust cover, just push down and 4 spikes, and you just raise it up just very gentle, and you can see the female part of the dust cover here, all 4, and this is the spike 1, 2, 3, and 4 here. Get this out of the way. The next step we're going to do is disconnect your PVC hose here that it attached to your air cleaner housing right here. Just a rubber hose, just pushes on and just pulls off like that. On the other end, it's on this side here. See if the camera can pick it up. It's on this side here. Right here, it's also a rubber hose attached to your valve cover on the left side of your engine. This is a vent, and what it does when the engine moves, it like breathe, you have fumes comes out of here, then the intake sucks it back there where your air filter is, and it sucks it in and recycles, go right back to your engines. So I got this out of the way. The next thing I need to do is to disconnect my air filter air duct right here. I'll use a stubby screwdriver and just turn it very gentle. And there's one down here, another clamp. There are two clamps that support this duct to your air cleaner and your throttle body right there. So you just slide it off like that. Take it off like that. That's all there is to it. Get that out of the way. Now this is your throttle body right here. Throttle body, this is a sensor called the mass airflow sensor, which is inside your throttle body. It meters the amount of air that goes inside your intake. So this is called the mass airflow sensor. So we're gonna just squeeze on it here. If I can just, it's a little clip here, squeeze on it and pull it out, easy like that. And that's it right there. And there goes your mass airflow sensor right there. The throttle body is right here. It also pushes down and couple rubber hose down there. The way to get it up, there's a clip right here. Okay, there's a pin right here, and what the pin does is pushes down inside the clip and it expands it. So the way to get it up is to use a little dikes right here. You can find this at AutoZone, and it opens up, it goes around it. Okay, your throttle body here is supported by a rubber seal back here, which is a spike, just like your dust cover right there. And on this side here, there is a clip that goes into a pin that goes into a clip, and once it pushes it down, it expands. Now this is the pin right here, and to get the pin, you just use a little dikes right here, go around it. See if I can get it around it. It's a little, and pull up on it. See? Pulls up on it. You see, when you push this down, it expands it and locks it. So pull up on it. What it does, it reduces the expansion and it gets smaller. Then you can lift this here up. And you just work it out. And this is your throttle body right here. The whole thing here is your throttle body. And we have to disconnect all these ducts here that connects to your throttle body. This is your throttle position sensor. And what this does is, depends on how much you press your accelerator pedal, it opens up and it meters, and then it goes to your computer and tells your computer, hey, I need more fuel to create more combustion for a faster speed. So this is your throttle position sensors right here. And to get this out, you press down on this clip right here, if I can see it. There's a clip right here. Slides it out and get this out of the way. Okay. And this is your air filter housing here. The air filter housing is the same concept as your dust cover and your throttle duct that pushes it down on a spikes down here. So this right here, to get it up, first you have to take your power steering reservoir off by using a 13mm socket. And you loosen this nut here, get it out of the way. Okay, and this is your power steering reservoir, held on with a 13mm nut. Let's get it up and get it out of the way. Now this is your air filter housing here. It has the air filter in it. Held down by 3 clips. There's one here. One there. And one here. Then take it off. And there is the air filter. There. The next step is disconnect your wire harness that's attached to the air filter housing. Just pulls out very gentle, and then you can raise this stuff off. That's it, guys. Air filter housing. Okay, this is your radiator hose that's attached to your throttle body. It's just a clip right here, guys. You just open it up. It's very, see, there's a hook right here that hooks in here. Just loosen it up and just get it out of the way, just enough right here. Now your throttle body is attached with approximately 2, 4, 6, 8 millimeter bolts here. Then a bracket back here. There's a bracket back here that support with a 10 millimeter nut. And a 13 millimeter nut right below there. The camera can pick it up. Right there. And also, there are 2 more brackets on the forward side of the throttle bodies here. There's another bracket right here that's supported. Right here. So one bracket here supported with a 10 millimeter nut. There's another one forward of it right here. Another bracket that support this throttle body here. Now you don't have to take these brackets off. You only have to loosen them up just enough to clear the throttle body. So there's a 13 millimeter nut below this 10 millimeter nut right here. It's below here that support both brackets. So you only have to loosen them up just enough to clear this throttle body. And like I said, the throttle body also held on with these 8 millimeter bolts here. That's 1, 2, if the camera can fix it up, 3, 4, there's one down here, 5, down there, 5, 6, and 7. So there are 7 millimeter bolts that also support this throttle body here. But before you get the throttle bodies off, you have to disconnect all these sensors right here. So to get this sensor here off, you have to slide back on this locking pin here. This red pin right here, slide it back. And once you slide it back, see all the way back, and you squeeze down on it and pull it off. Okay, so we pull it back, and then push down on this little lip right here, slides it off. And that's how you disconnect. Here's another vent long hose here. This is from your throttle body. This right here is for your booster brakes. Here's your booster brakes here. And this is here for your booster brakes right here. So you have to disconnect this guy here. Get it out of the way. Okay guys, and this is the end of segment 1. First we did disconnect the battery negative cable. We have removed the dust cover over the throttle body. We have removed the power steering reservoir that was attached to the air cleaner housing. We have removed the air cleaner housing, and we have disconnected the throttle position sensor, and we have disconnected hose that connects to the intake, the air cleaner to the engines, which is the breather, and we have disconnected the vent hose over here to the left side of the engine. We have the right side that connects to the air cleaner, and the left side is over here that comes from the right side of the valve cover to your intake right here. So that's step 1 we have completed, and so we are in the process of getting to step 2, to the breakdown of removing the throttle body, and then down to our ignition coil, and the rest of the wire harnesses, and then we go down to your rocker covers. So hopefully you enjoy this step 1 here guys, and we'll get rolling to the next step.